Some of the strongest heroes and villains in comics have one weird thing in common. They've technically never died. They've been blasted, broken, erased from history, thrown into space, but somehow they're always still standing. Today we're ranking 10 of the most powerful characters who never actually crossed that final line. Before we start, quick ground rules. We're talking main continuity only, no Elseworlds, what if, or dream timelines. Fake-outs, time rewrites, and cases where the body is destroyed, but they instantly reform don't count as real deaths. If you like power scaling deep dives like this, drop a like, leave a comment with your own list, and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Vandal Savage is what happens when a caveman outlives history itself. Exposed to a mysterious meteorite in the Ice Age, Vandal Savage became functionally immortal and far smarter than any normal human. Across 50,000 years, he's pulled strings behind empires and wars, quietly steering conquerors and governments while heroes like the Justice League only see the surface of his endless schemes, never his true depth or patience. Savage's real power is that he simply does not stay dead. Stories show him shrugging off stabbings, gunshots, and even being reduced to ash, only to regenerate and start scheming again. In some futures, he survives until he is the last man alive on Earth, cursed to keep living with an immortal cancer in his gut and 5 millennia of grudges fueling every move he makes against any hero who crosses him, never once truly falling for good. Luke Cage is what happens when bulletproof stops being a metaphor and turns into a day job. A prison experiment turned Carl Lucas into a man with steel-tough skin and serious muscle to back it up, shrugging off bullets, knives, and explosions like they were nothing. That unbreakable body and street-level attitude made him Power Man, a hero for hire who turned surviving into work. Soon, he became the guy teams call when they need a tank. Cage's powers are simpler than most heroes on this list, but brutally effective. His skin is so tough doctors need adamantium tools just to operate, and under it there's strength to bend steel doors and lift cars like scrap metal. He heals faster than a normal human, shrugs off brutal blasts and beatdowns, and still comes back to protect Harlem and his family. That mix of toughness and loyalty turned a street ex-con into an Avenger. Blue Beetle is what happens when an alien war machine decides to hitch a ride on a clueless teenager. The Kajida scarab fuses to Jaime Reyes' spine and unfolds into a living armor, giving him flight, super strength, and a full arsenal of energy cannons, blades, and shields. Overnight, he jumps from El Paso Kid to one of the most versatile tech heroes in the DC universe, even impressing heavy hitters like Batman and Green Lantern. What makes Jaime scary is how adaptive the scarab really is. It scans threats in real time and spits out the perfect counter, from EMP bursts to anti-magic fields to radiation tuned like synthetic kryptonite. The armor has tanked re-entry from orbit, hacked alien systems, and even messed with dimensional frequencies, proving this bug was built to conquer worlds long before it chose to help save them, alongside its stubborn, big-hearted host. Invisible Woman might sound like the support character of the Fantastic Four, but Susan Storm is secretly their most dangerous member. Her invisibility tricks are just the surface. The real weapon is her ability to shape invisible force fields into walls, domes, and battering rams. Those constructs have blocked city-shattering blasts and even scraped the armor of beings on the level of Celestials, impressing even Dr. Doom. Sue's powers get truly scary when she stops playing nice. She can slide a force bubble into your lungs and expand it, crush your heart without leaving a mark, or seal you in a silent prison no one can see. On top of that, she can turn whole teams invisible, scout ahead and protect her family at the same time, making her the ultimate mix of sniper, shield, and stealth unit on any battlefield the Marvel Universe can throw at her. Juggernaut is the closest thing Marvel has to a living battering ram blessed by a demon god. When Cain Marco found the Crimson Gem of Cyttorak, he became the avatar of that entity, gaining insane strength, a mystical force field, and a body that does not age or tire. Once he starts charging forward, every wall, tank, or superhero in the way usually ends up crushed, buried, or shoved aside like paper, no matter who is trying to stop him. The scary part is that beating Juggernaut usually means outsmarting Cyttorak, not just punching harder. Thor has drained his force field, Telepaths have tried to shut him down, and mystics have begged Cyttorak to recall his power. Yet Kane keeps coming back again and again. He does not need food, air, or sleep, and even without the gem, he still stays tough enough to trade blows with true heavy hitters for hours without slowing down. Iceman started as the jokey kid of the original X-Men, but Bobby Drake quietly grew into one of the most frightening Omega-level mutants on the planet. His cryokinesis lets him freeze moisture in the air, surf across cities on ice slides, and turn his body into living organic ice that shrugs off bullets, blades, and blunt force with ease. The more he pushes his powers, the less human and more elemental he really becomes over time. The truly broken part is that killing Iceman almost never sticks. He has been shattered, melted, and reduced to vapor, only to reform from stray water molecules and keep fighting as if nothing happened. He can split his consciousness between multiple ice bodies, chill entire regions at once, and, in theory, rewrite weather patterns on a global scale if he ever decided to stop holding back and really test his terrifying upper limits. Zatanna Zatara walks a line between stage magician and one of the most dangerous sorcerers in the DC universe. Born a homo magi and trained by her father, she casts spells by speaking words backwards, turning simple phrases into reality-warping commands. With a breath, she can freeze someone in place, erase memories, or flip gravity, and that is still just scratching what her bizarre talent can actually do on a very bad day for any villain. Her feats reach far beyond party tricks. Zatanna has rewritten small pockets of reality, overpowered lesser demons, tampered with destiny, and even mind-wiped dangerous heroes when she believed the world needed it. Green Arrow once called her the most powerful member of the Justice League, and in Justice League Dark, she regularly stands on the front line against threats that scare even John Constantine, Etrigan, and sometimes the Spectre. Shazam is what happens when a scrawny kid gets drafted by gods to fight on their level. When Billy Batson says the magic word, he channels the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. That turns a runaway into a flying brick that trades punches with Superman, shrugs off artillery, and channels divine lightning like it's just another toy. What makes Shazam terrifying is that his power is pure magic, right in the blind spot of most physical powerhouses. The same lightning that transforms him can blast enemies, teleport him through dimensions, or reboot his body in the middle of a fight. As champion of the Rock of Eternity, he can share that blessing with others, turning his family into a squad of living demigods without ever giving up his own seat at the big leagues. Silver Surfer is the tragic soul who sold everything to save his world, then woke up as one of Marvel's ultimate powerhouses. As Galactus's herald, Norrin Radd wields the power cosmic, reshaping his body into a silver, star-gliding form that no longer needs food, air, or sleep. He crosses galaxies faster than light, rides into black holes, and walks on the surface of stars like they are just another empty highway. The real cheat code is what the power cosmic lets him do to matter and energy. Surfer can absorb or redirect planet-killing blasts, generate black holes, heal mortal wounds, or transmute solid rock into whatever he wants. He has rebuilt worlds, restored entire populations, and fought cosmic beings on nearly equal footing, all while carrying the guilt of every planet he once helped feed to Galactus before finding the courage to rebel. Kyle Rayner is the rookie who accidentally got handed the keys to reality and somehow didn't crash it immediately. As the last chosen Green Lantern of his era, he started with a single ring fueled by willpower and creativity, using it to craft insanely detailed constructs and hold the line against entire armies. That alone would have made him a legend, but the universe clearly had much bigger plans for this struggling artist. As Ion and later as a White Lantern, Kyle went far beyond standard ring-slinger status. He wielded the combined power of the Central Battery, rebuilt OA, revived the Guardians, and briefly carried the life equation itself, letting him alter life and reality on a cosmic scale. For a time, he mastered every color of the emotional spectrum, essentially turning into a one-man Lantern Corps and proving that even gods should worry when his will really hardens. That's it for today's list of the strongest characters who never really died on the page. If you enjoyed this power-scaling breakdown, hit the like button, drop a comment telling me who you'd add or remove, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching.